What's the reason that we should create that? There's a reason, what's the reason? Suppose fact. Once there is already a Bria, so can we understand the reason? We'll talk about it if you another time. So the Arizal writes many different reasons of the Bria. Sometimes he writes that the reason is begin to that there should be another Bria, there should be a creation of another, something else, and that should have our car, that should serve the Eibishter. We are carrying the place of that Hashem shesh l'koyach built about Gvul, kach l'shkoyach Gvul. But the Eibishter wants to Megala, the place of to reveal the koyach Gvul also. And it goes back to the Rebbe's and the Ramban, be as serious desire of the Rama. And Megala, there's a Kodesh writes that's another Kabbalah. And this Tavatik late, there's many different reasons that are given. Alter Rebbe, as far as Chassidus is the Yisoid. So it is. The Talmud Bria, the reason for creation is, which is Bemis, it's a Medrash, Parshas Masai, Medrash Habit. And the Sal Kodesh Baruch Hu is what he did with Achtoim. You should have understand, have a title. What was the title? The title is, Rabbi Shachar said, title is Ratzim, title is Kessel. Seichel is very moich. Time is higher. What was the time? What was the time? This is a deal with Achtoim. They should have a deal with Achtoim, which means that there should be a Achtoim. There should be a lower world. A world that thinks that it's lower. And there, in the Saba, there was a time that there should be a deal with Achtoim. So what's the chiluk in the time? What's the difference in the time? The difference in time is, again, the same idea of Yechida. Because Yechida is the oil. Is that all these, the Tavi of Bria, all the reasons of creation that's brought down by Dari, and Chal, and others, is all protein, it's details. Say, Tavi of Bria is, the reason for it is, of course, Akira Uloisa. That there should be Akira, Akara, and the Kulos Hashem. It should be a revealing of Koyach Gvul, Koyach Tzimtzum. Attraction, that's the goal. Or that there should be begin to shtaboidim, or there's Tavatoy Lahated. These are all protein. Once already there's a Bria, so then there's a Bria, there should be protein. Or to say it differently, this is a moichin, this is a midas. You have a karma moichin. You have a feeling in the midas, in your emotions. So the Tamei Bria touch all different parts of the Tzulas Adam. But then there's a higher reason. What's the higher reason? The deeper reason. The deeper reason is not another reason. It's not a pshat, rather it's Jewish than another reason. The deeper reason is the dir. What's a dir? So a dir is makifim. What's a dir? Dir means something that's makif. Dir is a home. And that's the makifim. And in the makifim, once you have this makifim dog, then you have protein. You have a table, you have a chair, a shulchan, a menorah. These are the things that are the protein of the home. So there could be a time of the Bria, the reason of the creation, there could be for the Pratia Bria, which is a particular part of the Bria. This revealing of this koyach is revealed through Yakir Alois, English Leiden, is a prat of the Bria. And then there's the Savakadosh Baruch Hu Dirus Tachtonim is a different intention. And the Savakadosh Baruch Hu Dirus Tachtonim pshat is, it means that there was a title for the deer. And in the deer, to have the fullness of who you are, that you should have Akar and Lukus, you should have Yedin and Lukus, and you should be revealed Hashem's presence in this Lukus. But the Tachlis is the revealing of the deer itself. Pshat is what does it mean when a person has a deer? So there's a Lashon Chazal, Olam Shem Karka, Ein Lo Adam. Person who doesn't have Karka is not a person. So more Nivons. And a person is not a full person. But in the Chassidus is brought down. So Moshe said this is the Makar. The Kol Mishem Klai is Ein Lo Adam. And a person doesn't have a home, a place that you can feel, you can be mispasha, safe. The base is Uishtoi. That's the idea, that's why Shar B'Leisha, Shar B'Chayla, is Shar B'Simcha, Shar B'Bracha. Pshat is, what does it mean? It means that there's a place in the world that you can be comfortable with yourself. You can be there. So what's the Tachlis? Tachlis is what he says, and the Sabbath goes Baruch Hu is like David Tachtoidim. What does Eivishah want? Eivishah wants a deer. What does a deer mean? A deer means that the Eivishah is going to be mispashed. Mispashed with who? You. If the Tachlis is the deer, imagine you say, I have a deer, but I don't live there. Or my friend lives there, or someone else lives there. I made this deer for someone, that's like a deer. When does it become your deer? If you're living there. Eibusha wants to have a deer, so the deer is the place that we can be with Kaviyah. Where can we be mispashed fully with the Kaviyah? That's an idea. So if we make the world a deer, what do you say? What do you say when you say these words? And I'm making the world a deer. What am I saying? I'm saying is that the whole world is a Kodesh Baruch Hu's deer. And every single place in this world, the Kodesh Baruch Hu is mispashed. Unless that's a part of it. There's no other, because if this is HaKadosh Baruch Hu's deer, so where's HaKadosh Baruch Hu mispashed? Not in Tefillah. That's a prat in the deer. That's a room in the deer. In the house, there's a room called Tefillah. There's a base of Knesset. And there's a base of Medrash. That's where you go to learn. That's where you go to daven. That's where you go to do mitzvahs. These are all rooms in the deer. But where's HaKadosh Baruch Hu mispashed? In every place in the deer. There's no place in the deer that's not mispashed. So when a person has a relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, a person has a relationship with Hashem, understands that the tachlis, the kavanah of the bria is that should be dir tachtoilim. So then you start thinking a little bit different. Because if the kavanah is that it should be a dir and I should be together with HaKadosh Baruch Hu and dir, so it's arei mekudesh. It's kiddushin. Shekidushin mitzvah. It's kiddushin. What's kiddushin? What's kiddushin? Arei mekudesh. Arei mekudesh means that I am with you. When? Always. Wherever I go. If a person gets married, I didn't Mekadeshis now, and they're married, they're always Mekadeshis. Whether they're here or they're there, they're going someplace, wherever you're going, the gather of Mekadeshis means that I am with this person always. Leave. Yeah? Yuchedesli. This means I'm with you. We're together. We're in this together. What does it mean that HaKadosh Baruch Hu the Eibusha wants that we should feel that same Hagosha, not that we're doing this thing and that thing and the other thing. That's not Mekudeshes. That's not a Dir B'Tachtonim. If a person says that I'm going to serve the Eibusha, I'm going to be connected when I daven. Fine, so you did a nice thing, you're daven. A person says I'm going to be connected when I learn Torah. Givaldik, so you learn Torah, you're connected. But when I go onto the street, Yehudi b'Eisacho, there's a different type of person. If a person says that, then you're not making a deer. You say that the Eibusha is not, there's no deer b'Tachtonim. This is the world is not a deer for the Eibusha. And my relationship to HaKadosh Baruch Hu is also not the same. So what did Chassidus Megala? What did Chassidus Megala? Chassidus revealed that the tachlis of all mitzvahs, of everything, of this whole project, whole Torah mitzvahs, what's the tachlis is? Tapim Tiyali. That we should be to the Eibishter. That we should be connected. We should feel connected. We should always be connected. When? Always. Where? Every place. In which madrega? In all your madregas. Because if it's Arei Mekudeshesli, Tapim Tiyali, that you're to me, and you're Mekudeshesli, and you're connected to me, you was a menace, you're mamish mine, and you're connected to me, so you're always connected to me. And I need you to know that. When a person lives with this hargasha, with this understanding, a person lives with this type of light, this oil, then it gives a chayes, and the oil of chayes of Hashem in every single practice a person does. Because when a person does a mitzvah, you're shaking the lulav, you're davening, or you're learning, you're recognizing that there's something happening that's more than the ma'isa mitzvah itself, which is itself a lashon tzatz v'chim. This is the way I'm spending time with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This is the way I'm in the dir with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And the sound of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, this dir with HaKadosh doesn't mean in someone else's dir, in someone else's life. It means in my life. And when a person understands that, then there's a hargasha, there's a sense that they're always connected. So this is why the dafka, the intention of Nishava, the intention of Dirut HaFek was regarded for Pesach Tzidus. Because it wasn't another prat, it wasn't another knech, it wasn't a pshat, or remez, or dush, or a soya. It's nishmosn and nishmosn. It's the Yichidish Benefesh. This is the order.
What's the difference between doing the mitzvah and not doing the mitzvah? Just in the same year.
Exactly.
No.
No, but it's
one. It doesn't matter.
That was there. You know what the difference is?
Yeah.
No, it's a good child. The teretz for Yishana, the first teretz for Yishana, that's why you saw off Mishachatu. Abonamat and Benkach. Right? But the shaila is a good shaila. As if you say it's a dir. A dir means I'm spending time with you, so what's the chiluk I'm doing? So this is why we say, the Magid Varum Yachach Hukum Mishpat Yisrael. Mashu Oisra, Tzava Yisrael Latsa Yisrael. And what's a mitzvah? Mashu Oisra. Kodesh Baruch Hu Menich Tefillin. Naisha Kodesh Baruch Hu Menich Tefillin. Naisha Kodesh Baruch Hu Mispalel. Which means, what you're saying is, how do I show that I'm actually living in the dir with this person that I love, when I'm doing the things that they love? Give you a mashal one. You come home, some people are married, some people are not married. So those people are married who know this, or maybe you know this by your parents. And you're both spending time in the house. You're doing one thing, and your wife is doing something completely different. Let's assume it's a time that you're supposed to be doing the same thing. Not always supposed to be doing the same thing. But let's say it's a time, let's say you're supposed to eat together. Let's say it's Lal Shabbos. So there's time you have to be. And you're doing one thing, and so your wife and your spouse is doing another thing. That's not really spending time with her in the Dash sleep. What's time? What does it mean to Dash sleep? Forget about your wife. Let's say your child. You want to connect to your child. Right? You have a bacher that's 15 years old. A girl that's 15 years old. You want to connect to them. What do? They have a very different life than you. For whatever reason, they have a different life than you. But you want to connect to them. Harei B'Kedeshus, you're connected to them, loyal and vod. Benkach, bon matan Hashem. That's not a shadow. The father. If you love your child, the child loves you, there's not a shadow. But you want to connect with them, so what do? You do what they like doing. And if you do what they like doing, then you connect with them. Because they like doing those things. And now you like doing those things. And now you're connected to what they like doing. And this is what the Yiddish tells us. I want you to make a deal with that time. I want you to create this world for me. But you want to encounter me. You want to know what I want? I like to put on film. Would you like to do that also? Of course I want to. I want to do what my beloved does. Mashu Oimi with Tzavas say. And you want to keep Shabbos? Why do you want to keep Shabbos? Because the Eivish keeps Shabbos. Where am I putting the Eivish on Shabbos? Through Shvisa. right? Yishay Yisrael B'as Hashem Shema Yisrael. So you're nafash. So if I want to be connected to the Eibush on Shabbos, what do I have to do? I have to do Kaviyach with the Eibush once. What's the Eibush doing on Shabbos? Vayinafash. Obviously, this is obviously not dugir, mamish, but this is the mashal. If the Eibush does this, I want to do it. So what's the kavanah of the mitzvah? So benkach or benkach, you're sitting in the dira, and if you're living with a higher awareness, you're living, you feel connected. But if you really want to feel connected, you have to be doing what you want to be doing. I'll give you a muscle, maybe it's not so negated to everybody, but let's say today everyone have, some people have issues with chinuch, lots of things going on in this generation. So you come to your house, it's Del Shabbos, and you're sitting down with your family, to eat with the Shabbos, and one child doesn't show up. Why do they show up? Because they're not interested. So what do you do? So there's two things to do. There's two ways how to do this. One way to do this is, you come into the kids' room, and you scream at them that you're Machal Shabbos, or you're not a Shemah Shabbos at my level of Shemah Shabbos. And it's impossible that you should do this, etc., etc., etc. Now what does a child do? That's probably one of the last times to speak to them. The other thing what you do is say, I'm sitting now by Suda Shabbos. This is what I love to do. I would love you to spend time with me and do the things that I love. And if your child has some love for you, forget about Shabbos. They're going to want to spend Shabbos with you because that's what you love doing. And they want to love what you love. And it also works the other way around. When you have a child going through this struggle, and you want to connect to your child, you have to start doing the things that they like and try and do. And that's where you connect to them.
What if they want you to be Machal Shabbos for them?
But they can't love to be Machal Shabbos. It's not shaykh.
That's what they like doing.
I don't think so. It's not shaykh.
You can't do it a week.
You can Machal Shabbos during the week, he says.
So the love of HaKadosh Baruch Hu by mitzvahs is more than the love of HaKadosh Baruch Hu by not by mitzvahs? He loves being with you with his mitzvahs and not with the others.
But I don't know, why do we have to say it's Machal Shabbos? So maybe it's from our side. Maybe it's us. We love you, Hashem, so much. And I want to do what you love.
No.
Right?
He loves more doing the mitzvahs that he wants to do than he loves
a preference.
Huh?
Preference of which mitzvah?
Hashem has a preference.
Yeah.
Hashem, let's say the more mukhshastik language. Hakadosh Baruch Hu, it's oil, it's shvisa, it's menucha. This is what it is. When we say Hashem likes, this is what it is. You want to do that to connect to that.
No, if we're bringing our
Yeah.
from everything that we're doing,
Yeah.
we're not doing it for the purpose of ourselves. We're doing it for the purpose of Hashem. So where is the difference between tefillin and eating and living? If all is doing the Ratzon Hashem,
Yes.
living, eating, doing everything is the Ratzon. This is what the Hashem gave us. We are bringing the or on every single prat. That this is what Hashem wants, and this is what He does, and we do what He wants, and we're with Him. So what's the difference if it's a film and if it's not a film?
You're asking if any doctors for Shah. So
No, but not everybody understood. When I asked the question,
but this is a very different doctor for Shah. It's a still dangerous Shah, you know.
It's dangerous. I didn't want to ask.
Yeah.
It's dangerous, so. But
You know what the issue is? I'll tell you the emes answer. The emes answer is you're right. And that's a mitzvah b'teis loss about it. I'm not certain about it. What that means exactly was understand. But we don't live that way. We never live that way. So pshat is, What does it mean we don't live that way? We feel more connected when we put on tefillin and keep Shabbos than when you're eating food. Now, if you are on such a madrega where talking eating food would be on like a madrega Shabbos, maybe talk. But it's that's why it's just a theoretical matter. It's a theoretical thing. We haven't reached, and I don't think we ever will. In other words, to say it a little differently, this for the people that have more oisius, absolute oneness is an ideal. Yichud Allah is an ideal. We're still living in Yichud Allah. And Kol Zman we're living in Yichud Allah, we're making distinctions. And when you make distinctions, you live in the world of distinctions. You're trying to break the distinctions and go over the distinctions constantly, try to reach more Yichud Allah, and it's not good. But Kol Zman you're in a goof. Al-Rebbe, the Seif Yomov, was lying on Dal Davis was lying on his bed, and he looked up, and he asked Tzmach Tzedek was there, he says, what's that stuff? So he looked up, he said, I see beams, I don't know, it's not, you know. So he says, Irzeshen Luchos. I only see light of Hashem, La Hashem. And then he passed away, where did you go? Because once you saw it, okay, game's over. Checkmate, finished. But until you reach the Madrega, you're still alive. So that's why it's not, it's an emphasis, it's only a Shaila Seichel. So it doesn't work in the But this is the Kavan. Kavan is like, the Shmini, Tachtoinen, the Edo Kopal, Gato Pal, the Yomaviots, Gato Yitzhak, and Shmai Yisrael Hashem, Kashem Achod, Yishem Echad, now it should be Echad Laslov, it should be Yekir V'Edo, Kol Yesh V'Seivel. That's Taka the Tachas. It should come to that in the Buddha. But we're not living there. We're aspiring to live there. So the oil of the Asid Lavai, it's this Gala of the future, it's the Gala in the present. So we have like a shemitz of that. We have like a remez, a rishu, an imprint of that oil. And through that, we're trying to live life. That every single thing should be with chayes. That every single thing should be with life. That when we eat, it shouldn't be a stand that we're eating. When we sleep, it shouldn't be a stand that we're sleeping. On the Shabbos, there was someone wrote a journal that he was walking. He used to walk around with Malta, the Menachem guy. And he was he was a sharp guy, and he went into a certain rebbe. I'm not gonna say what it is. He came to a certain rebbe, and they offered him to eat, some piece of cake. So they sat over with a piece of cake, and said the other rebbe was sitting like this. He didn't move his head, and he picked up the cake and he moved it to with a fork. He didn't move to the food. So when he left, he turns around to the Scott, right? Tells him, "I'm not this Chadish I never saw such type of behavior by my Zaydas, my father." He says, you're eating, but you're not eating. If you're not eating, if you don't eat, don't eat. I'm eating, but I'm not moving. In other words, the tachlis is that everything you're doing should be not the Sheshua, it should be Chol B'Chechadei. Everything should be Chol B'Chechadei. If you hold by it, you hold by it, and if you're not going to live this way, but we should be connected. We should know what's the tachlis. What are we trying to do? This is what we should know. We should know that we're trying to make a dir tachtoin. A dir means that every single prat in the dir, every single room in the dir is a place of Deir. There's no less us upon it. There's no place to say, okay, here I'm off.
An example of eating what is the public
So this is the Talmid HaMagid have all different types of tricks. There's tricks, and then there's something that's called Dvekas Ideoisius, Dvekas Ideoisius. So the Talmid of the Vaditchever, Aaron Zalchag, who's also a Talmud Al-Rebbe, writes that there's certain anhagas of tzaddikim that were Dvekas Ideoisius. So for example, Dvekas Ideoisius would be, let's say you're eating, so you would say, your hand is the hay. The fork is a vav. The point that you're touching the food is yud, and the plate is hay. So every time you're eating, you give off the meyach. Which means this is a way to do to your mechaber. You're actually doing a yichud. When you're eating the food, you're meyach the yichud. This is called dvekas ideoloisius. And there's a lot of different things that some people speak about. But a person should always be aware. A person is writing on a piece of paper. So again, your hand, the ink, the pen, you give off constantly. This is to train yourself to see the influence. But he writes that the Derech Chassidus, and you heard from the Badisha, from Maltrella, from Hashem is Vega Shaloi Aderesis. Vega Shaloi Aderesis means that I don't have to go to the Pratim. I see the Yud, the Hey, the Vav. It means I recognize that right now I'm connected to the Eibush. I'm not trying to do this so I should have strength. But right now, this is an avoid. This is what the Eibush wants me right now. How do you go, you take out, does anyone take out the garbage? No one takes out the garbage? I hope some people take out the garbage. The hope that you're going to lie, take out the wife's garbage. So usually when a person takes out the garbage, what's the kavanah to take out the garbage? The kavanah to take out the garbage is how fast I can get to the garbage and drop it off and come back. I have no tachlis on the garbage. I want the garbage. But if you're living with the citizens, then you have to say there's a tachlis in the movement also. So I want to take the garbage. Stop like that. The Eibush wants me. This is my wife wants, and she's a shechina, and I take out the garbage, and I did the simcha b'tuv levov, and you're dancing, take out the garbage. You ever did this? It changes your whole avodah changes. There's never anything that's crumbs, that doesn't belong. That's not. Maybe we should put you in this situation, maybe we should wants to be in this situation, whatever the situation is. And you find yourself in Gadlus' Gewalt, and you find yourself in Katnus' Gewalt, whatever the state is also Gewalt. And sometimes in Katnus, in the level of Katnus, the Baal Shem writes, in the level of Katnus, sometimes you have the biggest level of Vekas. Because I know I'm connected. Because now I'm connected. I feel connected to you. And I don't feel connected. I know I'm connected to you. I don't even feel anything. I don't feel anything. You come sometimes to daven, and sometimes you come to daven and you feel involved. You feel so excited. You feel so passionate. You feel the moich the godless. You feel like you're going to daven. It's going to be mamish yichudim. And sometimes you come to daven. It's a klap to you. You had a hard night. Your baby was crying all night, and whatever your wife. Whatever it's just you come the next morning and you don't have koiches, and you're sitting with your telephone still, and you turn to the image and say, I have nothing. I have nothing to offer you. Nothing. So you get the rest. You know what I have? I have something even more than my emotions and more than my seichel. I have myself. And you know what I have? I have you. Der gewukkeld Bach. Bach naar het smoesach. En ik wilde niet alleen naar helden, ik wilde alleen naar tacht, ik wilde dir alleen. Dir alleen, I want you yourself, is hiding alleen naar helden. Hiding alleen naar tacht, alleen naar helden is niet al die kwabreges. Alleen naar tacht is also niet al die kwabreges. But sometimes it's nothing, there's no order. It's still garnished. But you know what you do have? Bach. I'm with you. Even in a bad situation, even if the situation is not good and it's moichin de katnus, I'm still there. I'm still connected to you. And this is the oil of Torah Hashem. So it's not shy for a person to ever feel, because you're always connected. Every moment, every place, every person, every situation, there's always a connection. It's a dira. It shows me yachid, yuchedesli, kadeshesli. It says I'm yours, I'm with you. Always. This is what I want from this world. I want you to live this way. I want you to reveal this to this world. And reveal it. I had a Baka had a shilling, so female. He was a big yid. He was an editor from the original. When he was a Baka, they asked him to become the original Rebbe. He was a big yid. Kitzer, he used to say that David Achtonim doesn't mean that you run around and you're elevating the whole world, everything around you. Elevating 5th Avenue, 6th Avenue, 7th Avenue, you're elevating the world. David Achtonim is to learn Taisus. So, it's there. Because David Achtonim is also your seichel. If you're seichel, it stands on the course. It's David Achtonim. David Achtonim, I'm very busy with the whole world. That's also. But David Achtonim is also yourself. That your dinner, your seichel, your midas, your nefesh be transformed. That's a David Achtonim. And this is the Oyer Torah Hashem, the Oyer Chassidus, the Oyer that was revealed in the Moichin and the Oyer of Alter Rebbe. We're learning last week. There's a shtickle about the Rebbe writes in Torah that Yaakov and Esav is Oil Torah Oil Matika. Ari, Yaakov is on Matikum, and Esau is on Matoyo. There's Akudim and Kudim and it's two Margayos. The Akudim is all the Kliyachad, all the oils of one is the Kliyachad. That's before Ak. Then comes Gunwani Kudim, which is Gunwatayo, where the spheres are each one independent from each other, like the Kudas. There's Gunwatayo, there's a lot of oil. With me at Kalim, and then the Shirs are Kalim. Because the oil couldn't get along, Chesed and Chesed, when it was good, they clashed, the Shirs are Kalim, it's Gunwatayo. Gunwatayo is gewaldige passion. You know, you have two friends. One is, especially if you're younger, you know, one is a Toyid, one's a different one. One person you know has Kalim. Everything's organized and exactly. Every morning he shows up at 6 a.m. for minyan and he comes and he's reliable. That's mamash a tikkun guy. More than one tikkun, it's mamash a yaka. And then you have a guy who's going to tell you, as man is the guy doesn't come 6, he shows up at 10, and 10 is because he don't come with one thing, he shows up something other than. You have such friends? Maybe you're the guy? But the Olam HaTorah Chevra have a lot of order, a lot of chayas. The chayas of Esau is Rav Tuas b'koyach shoyer. The koyach shoyer of Esau is much stronger than the koyach of Yeshua. Because Yeshua is on Matikun. Matikun is already organized and seichel and metukan and everything's structured. Whatever writes that the emes, the avoida of the Yid, which is Yaakov, is not just to be on Matikun. It's to be mamshech the oirs the Toyer came to be mamshech oirs and akudim into Vrudim, into El Matikun, not just to be El Matikun. El Matikun, everyone, Tikkun you can go to the Yaakov, go to the Germans, and Tikkun. Oil the oil of Torah and the oil of Chassidus is to take the oil, which we said before, the same idea, the oil, the ribu oil, the light, the passion, the chayes, oil the chayes of Shenu, and to put it into all the boxes that you have, all the tikkunim, all the kelim that you have. Not to have too much kelim that you don't have the oil, not to have so much oil that you don't have kelim, but to take all that chayes, to draw down really, which is really a shield of the Torah of Hashem and Torah Sari, the moichin and the chayes. And you have moichin, which is kelim and tikkun, and you have also ki yedua, that the chiluk between the Ramak and the Arizal is the Ramak was more oisik than Matoyo, and the Arizal was more oisik than Matikun. At least for the Kisar we have from Chayim Tower. That's what Malbish and all these things that are talked about. The Fnei is not mentioned there. It's brought down. Already from the Talmidei of Hashem, that the Hashem was more double to the Ramak, which means to the Chayes, to the oil. The Magid and Al Rebbe were more double in the Arim. But that's the Shiluf. The Shiluf is the oil, is the Toyo came to dance and to have his spinals and to feel electrified and feel oil is Gewalt. It's Gewalt. But it's not sustainable. It lasts while it lasts, and you have a Shvaka Farbrengen, and it comes in, and you feel connected, and you come out, your mom is saying, hey, this year's going to be Gewaldig. You ever saw the Bachman run around Chaster or Purim? Rabbi, today I'm going to finish Shas. And I was like, yeah, baby, now. So tomorrow. Tonight, it's Gewaldig. There's a lot of youth, and there's energy, and there's chai, it's a lot of toil. And the kunz is not just the toil. The kunz is to take those same oiris and draw down into your life, into your day-to-day life. You take out the garbage with the same spilus that you damage Menasa. Told Allah, the Eibusha wants you to damage Menasa, and the Eibusha wants you not to take out the garbage. So that's Masha. To bring it down to Tikkun, to bring down the oiris of Toyo Tikkun. We should be connected. Tonight's Kidua, Hashem, the Rashab, that's called Rosh Hashanah. Yud Tes Kislev is Rosh Hashanah, because it was Rosh Hashanah. It says in Medrash, Rosh Hashanah is there was a kittub of the Malach that the Malach didn't want to create an Adam. He said, the Gemara says in Shabbos that the Malach said, that the Sefer Torah Kol Shemayim, they didn't want, they didn't want to create the world. And the judgment, the din on Rosh Hashanah, is the din on Klal Yisrael. There's a Mishmah L'Kei Yaakov. L'Kei Yaakov, why? Because the Eibush said, I want to create the world. And the Malachim say, I don't want to create the world. And the Mishmah L'Kei Yaakov is whether we're Zoichen, whether it makes sense to be alive. And the same thing with the Mishmah of Chassidus. Rosh Hashanah is Mitzvah Din of Chassidus. Are we alive? Are we connected? Was it worth it? Was the project worth it? Was the Mesiras Nefesh, everyone, and Chassidim went, and the Alter Rebbe said, and when they put him in prison, they asked him if he knew the Baal Shem. If he heard he was connected to the Baal Shem. And the Alter Rebbe said later that if he would have denied that he's connected to the Baal Shem, because one of the things that they wrote about, you can see from the logs now, they printed it from the Russians. You probably saw this, right? The question that they asked Alter Rebbe in prison, one of the things they asked him was that if it's a new religion, if Chassidus is a new religion, it's like a kat, and it was illegal in Russia to have a new religion. You had to be a Christian or a Yid. There was certain religions that were recognized by the state, and they asked Alter Rebbe, are you connected to the Baal Shem Tov? And Alter Rebbe said later that if he would have said that he's not connected to the Baal Shem, they would have released him right away. But he said he didn't want it, even the Dibur, to say that he has no shaykhs to the Baal Shem. He has no shaykhs. The one who says not to sacrifice his life, not to say to say that he has not a cash to the Baal Shem. So now we're living 200-300 years later, and we're all zoiche to learn Chassidus, to be connected to Chassidus. Now the shayla is the Mishmah L'Kei Yaakov. We have to answer the question. The question has to obviously be yes. Chaim L'Chaim.